Okay, fifth graders, here's some homework help. Some of you actually finished the sheet. Others had a little ways to go here. So let's do a couple of these together. We did several like this today, but let's look at this first one here. So we got 4 subtracting 19 over 12. The first thing you should notice is that this is an improper fraction here. We need to change this to something we can work with a little bit easier. Well, how many times does 12 go in the 19? Well, it goes in 1 time. What's left over? There's 7 left over. So 19 over 12 is the same as 1 and 7/12. So we could look at this as 4 subtracting 1 and 7/12. Well, I could write this vertically here, 4, and I'm subtracting 1 and 7/12. Okay? Might help some of you to set it up this way. A lot of you have been trying to do it horizontally, and you just struggle with that. But set it up where the whole numbers are in one column and the fractions are in another. Well, we don't have a fraction here in this part right here, so we need to borrow from that 4. The 4 becomes a 3, and you guys were reminded today multiple times that you would just use the denominator, because 12 over 12 is the same thing as 1, and we borrowed 1. So now all we do is subtraction. What's 7 from 12? It's 5 left over, so it's 5/12. Now what's 1 from 3? Well, that's 2. So there's the answer to number 1. It's 2 and 5/12. 2 and 5/12. All right. Looking at number 5 over here, that one's fine. I mean, in the sense that the numerator is smaller than the denominator, so all we're doing is just some simple subtraction here. Okay, so let's look at this here. So I could set it up. I'll set it up vertically, 5, and then we're subtracting 13. I'm going to put a 0 here. 13 over 18. Okay. So we need to borrow from the 5. That becomes a 4. And what does this become? Well, it's 18 over 18. That's the same as 1. We need the denominator to be the same before you can do any adding or subtracting here. So 13 from 18, it's 5 left over, so it's 5/18. And there's nothing to subtract from the 4, so it's 4 and 5/18. Okay, there's the first 2 done for you. Let's do one more. How about number 3? I think there was, I'm sorry, number 10 rather. A couple of you asked me about that one. So let's set this up vertically here. So 3, and I'm subtracting 2 and 15/16. Okay? So can we subtract anything from this? There's nothing there, no. So we have to borrow from the 3. The 3 becomes 2. And then what do I write here? We've borrowed 1, and if we want to work with this fraction, let's just make it 16 over 16. That's the easiest way to do it. So what's 15 from 16? Well, it's 1 left over, so it's 1/16. 2 from 2 is what? 0. So the answer is 1/16. Okay? So I think those 3 right there that I explained pretty much covers all the 3 types of problems you've got in here. And I would get in the habit of setting them up vertically, like I did on each example, and I think you'll do fine. That's it for your homework help. I will see you guys tomorrow morning.